Welcome to Air Ledger, an innovative and revolutionary tool that allows aircraft owners to access on a real-time basis the financial data associated with their aircraft, allowing for configurable reports, minimizing paperwork coming into the home office, and facilitating transparency and communication between aircraft owners and their flight departments or aircraft management companies. It also works with owner-managed aircraft, where you manage your own plane, and allows you to keep track of your aircraft expenses and other data in one place, securely online. You won't need to download any software, and the site is available on the web from anywhere with an internet connection. An added benefit is that your data is also stored in the cloud for secure anytime access. This overview will give you the basics of the Air Ledger system and how you can put it to work for you immediately. It only takes a few minutes. One important thing to remember is that there are two sides to the Air Ledger system, one for the owner and the other for the aviation manager or management company. Let's take a look from the management company side, or the manager side. And this is obviously once you've already signed on to create your account and obtained your username and password. So we'll enter our username and password as a management company, and we'll see that there are four alternatives, four choices, and you can choose the button as the aviation manager to view the information about your owner. And obviously, if you manage more than one owner's aircraft, you'll have additional owners identified. And this is this particular owner with this particular aircraft, in this case Gulfstream aircraft. You can view the aircraft that you're managing. In this case, this manager manages two aircraft. One's a Cessna Skyhawk 172 and the other a G4. We'll get to the view invoices in a second, but most of the time the management company is going to come online, create an invoice, which is really an upload to the owner of various expenses associated with the aircraft. So as you can see in the Create Invoice window, you have the information about the owner, so you can confirm who the owner is. You've got the information relating to the aircraft, the airframe hours, engine hours, make, model, and serial number, and the information with respect to the APU. When you're online and on this page, you can update the hours as of a particular date. Looks like the last date that the hours were entered was May 31st, and you can enter the date of your current hours, or you can obviously change the date here and make it yesterday or the day before. Anyway, with respect to uploading new expense information, perhaps you have an internal reference number that you use in your flight department or your management company. And let's see what particular expenses we're going to enter. Let's say we have jet fuel, and we bought 250 gallons of jet fuel at $6. And let's say there was catering for a particular trip. You could put name of caterer in here, or trip identifier perhaps. And let's say you had $240 in catering. You don't need to put the quantity, only the amount. And you can see that the numbers are totaled up for you. Once you've completed entering your expenses that you're advising the owner of, you can send a message to the owner. In this case, we'll say this was for the trip to Nassau. And as you can see, the email will be sent to your designated email addresses, which you designated in sign up. You can add additional email addresses. You can also browse your computer to upload a PDF of any backup information relating to these particular charges. We're not going to do that right now. And of course, the manager will approve the information and submit the invoice to the owner. You'll get a confirmation, Now at this point, the owner will have received, or the owner's representative will have received an email from Air Ledger confirming that expenses have been posted with respect to this aircraft. At that point, the owner would go online, or the owner's representative would go online, log in, he'll see his aircraft, in this case the same two aircraft, see that there's an invoice pending review. As you can see, there were a number of invoices we've been using to test, and view the invoice that was just uploaded. At that point, the owner can send a message, thank you, good job, confirm that they've reviewed the invoice, and update the response. Once that's been done, any information that has been reviewed will appear in the View Report screen with respect to this aircraft. And as you can see, the View Report screen contains basically an income statement with respect to this particular aircraft. And you could see the report based on numbers that have been reviewed or numbers where invoices are merely pending your review. You can configure the report in a variety of ways. The report will also compare the numbers to the budgeted numbers that you've entered in the budget, and we'll get to that in a second. You can also drill down on a particular expense so that you can see what the origin of the expenses were. You can also see the actual information that was submitted, so you can drill all the way down there. At the bottom, you'll see a summary of the income statement, and at the very bottom, information about the aircraft, the airframe and the engines and the APU, if there is one, in terms of current hours or hours used during the period. And obviously, that information is only as good as how recent or how frequently you update the hours. If we go back to the aircraft screen, you can take a look at your budget. In this case, we have a few budgeted items for test purposes, and you can see that these items are reflected. These items are reflected in the report, and the percentage variance or the dollar variance is included. One important thing to note is that all of these expenses can be downloaded into a comma-separated value file for use in Excel or other spreadsheets or accounting platforms. We'll do that right here, and you'll see that the data downloads into a form of spreadsheet. Finally, to the extent that the owner or revenue item, he or she can go to the expense register, can take a look at all of them, and in fact, to the extent the aviation manager or the management company is not responsible for incurring or paying certain charges, you can input additional charges. For example, if you were paying for your own hangar, in this case, let's see if we can put in hangar rental, and the name of the landlord and the amount, and that would add that entry to the report. Right here you'll see it, and we'll drill down so you can see that we just entered. There it is right there. The owner, of course, can take a look at his own aircraft information and update the hours on the airframe, engines, APU, much like the management company can do. One other thing to note is that the income statement or expense report is available in the selection available to the management company or the aviation manager on the other side. So in their view of the aircraft, they can also see the financial reports. The management company, Aviation Manager, does not have access to the budget, does not have access to the expense register, but does have access to view aircraft information and view reports. Thank you for taking the time to view this demonstration of AirLedger. To try it free for 30 days, click on the Create Account tab to the left of the home page, or the Try It for Free button. We do appreciate your business and hope you find it to be useful for you in your aircraft operations. Thanks very much.